modern dating. On the surface, it looks like a world of endless possibilities. With a swipe of your finger, you can meet someone new, start a conversation, and maybe even find love. Social media is full of happy couples, romantic getaways, and picture-perfect proposals. But beneath the glossy surface, there's a reality that most people don't talk about. A reality that can leave you feeling confused, frustrated, and even heartbroken. This is the dark side of modern dating, and if you're not careful, it can eat you alive. Let's start with the obvious. Dating has changed more in the last 10 years than in the previous 100. Technology has made it easier than ever to connect, but it's also made it easier to disconnect. Ghosting, breadcrumbing, and benching are now part of the dating vocabulary. You can be talking to someone every day, sharing your life, your dreams, your secrets, and then, out of nowhere, they disappear. No explanation, no closure, just silence. It's brutal, and it leaves you questioning your worth. But why is this happening? The answer is simple. Options. Dating apps have created a world where everyone feels like they have unlimited choices. If one person doesn't meet your expectations, you can move on to the next with a swipe. This abundance of choice sounds great, but it actually makes it harder to commit. People are always wondering if there's someone better out there, someone more attractive, more successful, more exciting. This mindset leads to a culture of the grass is always greener, where no one is ever truly satisfied. Another dark side is the rise of superficial connections. With so many options, people start to judge each other based on surface-level traits. Looks, status, followers, and even the quality of their photos. Real conversations get replaced by small talk and emojis. Deep connections are rare, and it's easy to feel like you're just another face in the crowd. You might spend hours chatting with someone, only to realize they were never really interested in getting to know the real you. Let's talk about ghosting. It's one of the most painful experiences in modern dating. You think things are going well, you're making plans, you're starting to feel hopeful, and then nothing. No reply, no explanation, just radio silence. Ghosting hurts because it leaves you with unanswered questions. Was it something you said? Did you move too fast? Did you do something wrong? The truth is, ghosting is rarely about you. It's about the other person's inability to communicate, to handle discomfort, or to be honest about their feelings. Then there's breadcrumbing, when someone gives you just enough attention to keep you interested, but never enough to move things forward. They text you late at night, like your photos, or send flirty messages, but they never make real plans. It's confusing, it's frustrating, and it keeps you stuck in a cycle of hope and disappointment. Breadcrumbing is about control. It's about keeping you as an option, not a priority. Benching is another toxic trend. This is when someone keeps you on the bench, not fully in a relationship, but not out of their life either. They check in just enough to keep you around, but they never commit. You're left waiting, wondering, and hoping for something more. Benching is emotionally exhausting, and it can destroy your self-esteem if you let it. Let's not forget about catfishing and deception. With so much of dating happening online, it's easier than ever for people to hide behind fake profiles, edited photos, and carefully crafted personas. You might think you're talking to someone genuine, only to find out they're not who they say they are. Catfishing can be devastating, both emotionally and financially. But the dark side of modern dating isn't just about the games people play. It's about the impact it has on your mental health. The constant rejection, the endless comparisons, the feeling of never being enough. It all takes a toll. You start to doubt yourself, to question your worth, to wonder if you'll ever find someone who truly cares. Anxiety and depression are on the rise. And dating is a big part of the reason why. So how do you protect yourself? The first step is to set boundaries. Don't let anyone treat you like an option. Don't settle for breadcrumbs, for mixed signals, or for someone who can't be honest with you. Know your worth. And don't be afraid to walk away from anything that doesn't feel right. The second step is to be authentic. In a world full of fakes, the real you is your greatest asset. Don't pretend to be someone you're not just to get attention. Be honest about what you want, what you need, and what you're looking for. The right person will appreciate your authenticity, and the wrong ones will weed themselves out. Let's dig deeper into the emotional toll that modern dating can take. Because the truth is, it's not just about the games people play. It's about how those games make you feel. The constant cycle of hope and disappointment, the endless swiping, the shallow conversations, and the feeling that you're always competing for attention can wear you down. If you're not careful, you can lose sight of who you are and what you really want. One of the biggest dangers is losing your sense of self-worth when you're constantly being judged on your looks, your job, your social media following, or your ability to keep up with witty banter. It's easy to start believing that you're not enough. You might find yourself changing who you are just to fit in, to get more matches, or to keep someone interested. But the more you chase validation from others, the more you lose touch with your own value. Another dark side is the rise of comparison culture. Social media and dating apps make it easy to compare yourself to others. You see people who seem to have it all: perfect relationships, amazing vacations, constant excitement. But what you don't see is the reality behind the photos. Most people only show the highlights, not the struggles. If you're not careful, you can start to believe that everyone else is happier, more successful, or more desirable than you. This comparison trap can lead to anxiety, depression, and a constant feeling of inadequacy. Let's talk about emotional burnout, the endless cycle of matching, chatting, meeting, and starting over can be exhausting. You invest time and energy into getting to know someone, only to have it fizzle out or end abruptly. After a while, you might start to feel numb, detached, or even cynical about love. You might find yourself going through the motions, swiping out of habit rather than genuine interest. Emotional burnout is real, and it can make it hard to stay hopeful about finding a real connection. Another challenge is trust issues. When you've been ghosted, breadcrumbed, or lied to enough times, it's natural to become guarded. You start to question everyone's motives, to look for red flags, to expect disappointment. While it's important to protect yourself, too much skepticism can keep you from opening up to someone genuine. The key is to find a balance, be cautious, but don't let past hurts close your heart completely. Let's not ignore the impact of hookup culture. While there's nothing wrong with casual dating, if that's what you want, the pressure to be chill or unattached can make it hard to find something real. You might feel like you have to downplay your feelings, pretend you don't care, or settle for less than you want just to fit in. But deep down, most people crave real connection, intimacy, and commitment. Don't be afraid to own what you want, even if it goes against the current trends. So how do you protect yourself from the dark side of modern dating? The first step is to know your boundaries. Decide what you're willing to accept and what you're not. If someone is playing games, sending mixed signals, or making you feel less than, walk away. Don't waste your time on people who don't value you. The second step is to take breaks when you need them. If dating starts to feel like a chore, if you're feeling burned out or discouraged, it's okay to step back. Focus on yourself, your friends, your passions. Reconnect with what makes you happy outside of dating. When you're in a good place, you'll attract better people and have more to give. The third step is to be intentional. Don't just swipe for the sake of swiping. Be clear about what you want, and don't be afraid to communicate it. If you're looking for a relationship, say so. If you're not, be honest about that too. The more intentional you are, the more likely you are to attract people who are on the same page. Let's talk about self-care. Modern dating can be tough on your mental health. So make sure you're taking care of yourself. Get enough sleep, eat well, exercise, and make time for activities that bring you joy. Surround yourself with supportive friends and family. Don't let dating become the center of your life. Make it just one part of a rich, fulfilling existence. Finally, remember that you are enough. You don't have to change who you are to fit someone else's idea of perfection. The right person will appreciate you for your authenticity, your quirks, and your unique perspective. Don't settle for less than you deserve, and don't let the dark side of modern dating dim your light. Now let's get even more practical about how to navigate the minefield of modern dating without losing yourself. Because the truth is, while the dark side is real, you don't have to let it define your experience. You can protect yourself, stay true to your values, and still find meaningful connections, even in a world that sometimes feels shallow and chaotic. First, be clear about your intentions. One of the biggest sources of pain in modern dating is misaligned expectations. If you're looking for a real relationship, say so. If you're just looking to meet new people or have fun, be honest about that too. The more upfront you are, the less likely you are to get caught up in games or waste time on people who want something different. Honesty is rare in today's dating world, and it's one of the best ways to stand out. Second, don't be afraid to walk away. If someone is treating you poorly, sending mixed signals, or making you feel anxious or insecure, you have every right to move on. You don't owe anyone your time or energy, especially if they're not respecting you. The more you value yourself, the more others will value you too. Remember, it's better to be single and happy than to be stuck in a cycle of confusion and disappointment. Third, set healthy boundaries. Decide what you're comfortable with, whether it's how often you communicate, how quickly you move physically, or how much you share about your life. Boundaries aren't about building walls. They're about protecting your well-being. If someone pushes your boundaries or tries to make you feel guilty for having them, that's a red flag. The right person will respect your limits and appreciate your honesty. Fourth, take your time. Modern dating moves fast, but real connection takes time to build. Don't rush into anything just because you feel pressure to keep up. Get to know people slowly, ask meaningful questions, and pay attention to how they treat you and others. The more patient you are, the more likely you are to find someone who's truly compatible with you. Fifth, trust your gut. If something feels off, it probably is. Listen to your instincts, even if you can't explain why you feel uneasy. Your intuition is a powerful tool for protecting yourself from people who don't have your best interests at heart. Don't ignore red flags just because you want things to work out. It's better to be cautious than to end up hurt. Sixth, don't let rejection define you. In a world of endless options, rejection is inevitable. Not everyone will be interested, and that's okay. Don't take it personally. The right person will see your value, and the wrong ones will move on. Use rejection as an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to get even clearer about what you want. Seventh, focus on quality over quantity. It's easy to get caught up in the numbers game. How many matches, how many dates, how many likes. But real connection isn't about quantity. It's about quality. Invest your time and energy in people who show genuine interest, who make you feel good about yourself, and who share your values. Don't waste your energy on people who treat you like an option. Eighth, keep your life full outside of dating. The happiest people are the ones who have rich, fulfilling lives outside of their romantic pursuits. Focus on your career, your hobbies, your friendships, and your personal growth. The more you invest in yourself, the more attractive you become, and the less likely you are to settle for less than you deserve. Ninth, be kind to yourself and to others. Modern dating can be tough, and everyone is doing their best to navigate it. Don't be too hard on yourself if things don't work out, and don't take out your frustrations on others. Practice empathy, patience, and understanding. The more kindness you put into the world, the more you'll attract it in return. Finally, remember that you have the power to write your own story. The dark side of modern dating is real, but it doesn't have to be your reality. By staying true to yourself, setting boundaries, and focusing on what really matters, you can find connection, happiness, and even love, even in a world that sometimes feels stacked against you. Let's bring everything together and talk about what it really means to protect yourself and thrive in the world of modern dating. Because while the dark side is real, it's not the whole story. You have more power than you think, and with the right mindset and strategies, you can navigate the chaos and come out stronger, wiser, and more fulfilled. First, remember that your self-worth is not up for negotiation. No matter how many matches you get, how many dates you go on, or how many times you're ghosted, your value doesn't change. You are enough, just as you are. The right person will see your worth, appreciate your authenticity, and want to build something real with you. Don't let the opinions or actions of others shake your confidence. The more you believe in yourself, the less you'll be affected by the ups and downs of dating. Second, be intentional about what you want. It's easy to get swept up in the excitement of new connections, but clarity is your best friend. Take time to reflect on what you're truly looking for. Are you seeking a serious relationship, casual dating, or just new experiences? The more honest you are with yourself, the easier it will be to communicate your intentions to others and to walk away from situations that don't align with what really matters. Success in dating isn't about how many people you attract, but about the quality of the connections you build. It's about finding someone who respects you, who values your time, and who wants to build something real. Don't let society's definition of success dictate your happiness. Set your own standards and measure your progress by how true you are to yourself. Another key lesson is to embrace your journey. Every date, every conversation, every heartbreak is a chance to learn more about yourself and what you want. Maybe you learned that you need better boundaries, or that you want someone who shares your values. Maybe you discovered that you're stronger than you thought, or that you're ready for something deeper. Whatever the lesson, take it to heart. Write it down, reflect on it, and use it as a guide for your future relationships. Don't forget the importance of self-compassion. Modern dating can be tough on your self-esteem, especially when things don't go as planned. You might feel rejected, overlooked, or not good enough. But remember, your worth isn't defined by anyone else's opinion. Be kind to yourself. Treat yourself with the same compassion you'd offer a friend. Celebrate your strengths, forgive your mistakes, and remind yourself that you are enough, just as you are. Let's talk about building a life you love. The happiest people in the dating world are the ones who have rich, fulfilling lives outside of their romantic pursuits. Focus on your passions, your friendships, your career, and your personal growth. The more you invest in yourself, the more attractive you become, and the less likely you are to settle for less than you deserve. When you're happy on your own, you attract people who want to be part of your journey, not just fill a void. Another powerful strategy is to stay curious and open-minded. The dating world is full of surprises, and sometimes the best connections come from the most unexpected places. Be open to meeting new people, trying new things, and stepping outside your comfort zone. Don't let past disappointments close your heart to new possibilities. The more curious you are, the more you'll learn, and the more likely you are to find someone who truly fits your life. Let's not forget about communication. In a world full of mixed signals and half-truths, clear and honest communication is your best tool. Be upfront about your intentions, your feelings, and your boundaries. Don't be afraid to ask for what you want, and don't be afraid to walk away from situations that don't serve you. The more you communicate, the more likely you are to build real, lasting connections. Resilience is another crucial skill. The dating world will test you, but every setback is a chance to grow stronger. When things don't work out, don't give up. Take a break if you need to, but keep moving forward. Every experience, good or bad, is shaping you into the person you're meant to be. Trust the process and know that the right person will come along when the time is right. Finally, remember that love is worth the effort. The dark side of modern dating can make you cynical, but don't let it close your heart. Real connection, real intimacy, and real love are still possible. They might take time, patience, and a few wrong turns, but they're worth every challenge along the way. Keep showing up, keep being yourself, and keep believing that the best is yet to come. So as you move forward, protect yourself, not by building walls, but by setting boundaries, staying true to your values, and choosing yourself first. The right person will respect your boundaries, appreciate your authenticity, and want to build something real with you. And when you find that connection, you'll know it was worth every challenge along the way. If you ever doubt your progress, just look at how far you've come. Remember the days when you wondered if you'd ever find someone who truly gets you. Now you know that every experience, every lesson, and every step forward is bringing you closer to the relationship you deserve. Keep going, keep growing, keep choosing yourself. The world needs more people who are willing to lead with confidence, with passion, and with authenticity. Be that person, live that truth, and watch as everything changes for the better.